The next topic is breakpoint of chlorination. So now we have seen what is mean by the chlorination. Chlorination is nothing but adding chlorine to kill the bacteria and disease causing microorganisms in the water sample. So it means that chlorination of water to such an extent that living organisms as well as other organic impurities in water are destroyed. So not only disease causing microorganisms, it is also removing other impurities in the water sample. It involves in the addition of sufficient amount of chlorine to oxidize organic matter, reducing substances and the free ammonia in the raw water. So what it is doing by adding sufficient amount of chlorine, it is destroying or oxidizing organic matter, reducing substances and the free ammonia in the raw water, leaving behind mainly free chlorine which possesses disinfecting action against pathogenic bacteria. So after removing all these three impurities, it is releasing the free chlorine. This free chlorine is killing the remaining bacteria in the water sample. So it is also known as the free residual chlorine. So after killing all the impurities, there is some free chlorine. That free chlorine is called the free residual chlorine. So what it is doing? By adding the sufficient amount of chlorine, it is oxidizing organic matter, reducing substances, free ammonia and the bacteria, and leaves the free chlorine. That free chlorine is called the free residual chlorine. So initially for lower doses of chlorine, so we are not adding all the chlorine at a time. We are adding the small portions of chlorine gradually. So initially for lower doses of chlorine, there is no free residual chlorine since all the added chlorine gets consumed for doing complete oxidation of reducing substances present in the water. So what happens initially by adding lower doses of chlorine? There is no free residual chlorine because initially there is some impurities. So there is no free chlorine. Chlorine will not be free at the initial stages. So since all the chlorine gets consumed for doing complete oxidation of reducing substances, that means at the initial stages, all the reducing substances are killing by adding the chlorine. As the amount of chlorine doses is increases, the amount of residual chlorine also shows steady increase. This stage corresponds to the formation of chloroorganic compounds without oxidizing them. So here initially the reducing substances are oxidizing by adding lower doses of chlorine. But when we are adding some excess amount of chlorine, instead of oxidizing, it is forming one of the compound, that is a chloroorganic compound. That means the chlorine is present in the form of combined. That means chlorine is available in the combined form because chlorine is reacting with the organic compounds. So the residual chlorine will be increasing by adding the excess amount of chlorine. So at still higher doses of applied chlorine, oxidation of organic and microorganisms gets, consequently the amount of free residual chlorine also decreases. So by adding the excess amount, what happens here? The chloroorganic compounds are killing and the remaining microorganisms also killing by adding the excess amount of chlorine. So when the oxidative destruction is completed, it reaches minima because there is no chlorine in the water. So it reaches the minima. So after minima, the added chlorine is not used any reaction. Thus the residual chlorine keeps increasing in proportion to add chlorine. Hence for effective killing microorganisms, sufficient chlorine has to be added. Addition of chlorine in such doses is known as the breakpoint or free residual chlorine. This is called the breakpoint of chlorination. So this is the diagram for the breakpoint of chlorination. See at the initial stages, at the initial dosages, destruction of chlorine, residual by reducing substances, and at the second stage formation of the chloroorganic compound. So the peak will be increasing because the residual chlorine will be increasing. And when we add the excess amount of chlorine, again it reaches minima because it is killing all the bacteria and the remaining chloroorganic compounds. So when we add the excess amount of chlorine, again the free residual chlorine will be increasing after the break point of chlorination. So this point is known as the break point of chlorination, because at this point only it is reaches minima and the entire bacteria is killing at this point. So this point is called the break point of chlorination. So now let us see the advantages. It ensures complete destruction of organic matter which impart color, bad odor and unpleasant taste to water. It completely destroyed all the disease causing bacteria. It prevents the growth of any weeds in the water. That means after the chlorination process also, any weeds will not be formed in the water sample due to the smell of the chlorine. So these are the advantages of chlorination process. The next, ozonization process. Ozone also one of the purification technique. Ozone is an excellent disinfectant. It produced by passing silent electric discharge through cold and dry oxygen. So in this process, we are passing the electric discharge through cold and the dry oxygen. So silent electric current. So when we pass this, we will get the ozone. So like that we are getting the ozone. Now ozone is highly unstable. Immediately it is decomposing to oxygen and the nascent oxygen. So nascent oxygen is very powerful oxidizing agent and kills the bacteria as well as oxidizes the organic matter present in the water. So what we are doing initially we are preparing the ozone by passing the electrical discharge through cold and the dry oxygen. So we will get the ozone, but this ozone is unstable and decomposing to oxygen and the nascent oxygen. But what is the purpose of nascent oxygen? It is killing the bacteria and the organic matter in the water sample. For carrying out the disinfection by ozone, ozone is injected in the water and the two are allowed to come in contact in a sterilization tank. The disinfected water is removed from the top. The contact period is about 10 to 15 minutes and the usual dose strength is 12 to 2 to 3 minutes, 3 ppm. So whatever the water we are getting from the ozonization process is having around 2 to 3 ppm hardness. So advantages, it is removing color, odor and taste without giving residue and not harmful since it is unstable and decompose into oxygen. But disadvantages is quite expensive. It is only the disadvantage of ozonization process. Thank you so much.